Hello everyone, today we are going to start lecture 03 of class 8 mathematics chapter number 8, which is comparing quantities. Now in this lecture we are going to talk about something very interesting, which is discounts. Now you must have seen that whenever you visit malls or any big departmental stores, you always find this particular word written at least at one particular corner. Okay, you will always find that yes, there is some sale going on in which we are giving 20% discounts, buy one get one free, 50% discount, 70% discount. Okay, something kind of sale, Black Friday sale, Sunday sale, okay, festival sale. You must have seen this word discount, and it looks attractive also because we kind of see discount as something which saves our money. Now in this lecture we are going to study that how discount works. Okay, how do the company offers discount, and if you get a discount, then how to calculate that what is the actual price which you are paying. Okay, is it more, is it less? Obviously discount means that you are getting some kind of rebate or some kind of concession on a particular price. Okay, so what kind of price is that, and how to calculate a discount? Suppose if you go to a market and you say that how much is that product, and he says 1500 rupees, and you move on because it is out of budget, and he says no sir, today we are providing 15% discount on certain occasion. And then how will you calculate, because you find it kind of very embarrassing to ask him that how much it will cost after the discount. Okay, the salesman assumes that you have that calculation in your mind. So how do you calculate that what is the discount, and if somebody is giving you 15% discount on 1500 rupees, and what is the final price that you are going to pay him, right? So to understand all of this calculation, you just have to understand one term which is called marked price. Okay, so first of all you should know that what is the marked price, or you can say list price of that object. Okay, and then we will find that how to calculate discounts on marked price. Okay, so let us start by defining marked price, right? So topic is very interesting. Now what happens that in big shops, whenever you visit big shops and department stores also, whenever you visit big shops and department stores or any other place where articles are sold, comma, there every article is tagged, with a card, right? You must have seen that there is always a card with every article. Everything which you see in these stores is tagged with a card, and its price is written on it, right? So whenever you next time visit the shops or department stores, must see that there is a card in which there is some price written on it. This price is called the marked price. This is called the marked price. This is called the marked price of that article, right? Which is abbreviated to MP. You can clearly see that like we write cost price as CP, selling price as SP, so marked price will become MP. Okay, for books the marked price is the printed price. Whatever is printed over the books, that is the marked price only. Okay, now why marked price is so important? You already know that yes, there is a price, they quote some price. Suppose you go into a section where there are t-shirts, then you will always find that there's one particular board written that 299 rupees only. So you'll find that every t-shirt in that particular corner have the price 299. Okay, so the only thing to remember is that all the discounts are always calculated over this marked price. Okay, like in the previous case, we used to calculate profit and loss on what? Cost price. Similarly, discounts are calculated on marked price. Okay, now after marked price, let us first understand that what is discount. Okay, we have understood the concept of marked price. Now let us talk about what is actually discount. So if you go to the official definition, then it says that in order to increase the sales, in order to increase the sale or clear the old stock, in order to increase the sale or clear the old stock, comma, sometimes the shopkeepers offer a certain percentage of rebate. That rebate is called what? You can very well know by now that it is discount. Certain percentage, this percentage discount, it is very important. Okay, this percentage of rebate is what we are going to calculate actually. Sometimes the shopkeeper offer a percentage of rebate on the marked price. Okay, so you can see that marked price is something very important over here. This rebate is known as discount, right? So you can very well see that discount is nothing but something the shopkeeper actually takes some amount less. Okay, so he actually do not ask you for the complete mark price. He say gives you 5%, 10% rebate. Okay, so that is something called discount. And why do he give you that? So that you can buy more products. You will see, oh, this product is costing very less, so let us buy them. Okay, suppose you went to buy a t-shirt and you think that you do not need a t-shirt, you just went to see it. Okay, but there are some discounts going on and the shopkeeper says the discount are for today only. Then you make your mind, okay, let us buy because we need it. It might happen that you do not need it, but since there are discounts, you might take it, right? So that is the feeling behind giving discounts. Now this is important line and you should always remember that the discount is always reckoned, or you can say calculated, on the marked price. We all know that basically profit and loss are also calculated on cost price. Similarly, discount is always calculated on marked price. And if you want to know that what is the discount, then you can clearly see the discount is nothing but something rebate given on marked price. So it will finally decrease the selling price. So if you want to calculate selling price, then you can write it clearly. Selling price, that is SP, is equals to marked price minus discount. Obviously marked price, suppose you mark price of an object to be 1000 rupees and you give a discount of, let's say, 300 rupees. I'm not getting into that what percentage it is, but let's say the shopkeeper is giving you 300 rupees discount, then 1000 minus 300, that is 700 would be the final selling price of that particular article or object. Okay, so this was all about discount. Now let us talk about what is discount percent, how to calculate it. It is very easy. We will calculate discount percent and how to calculate it. But first of all, we should know what is discount. So you can clearly see discount over here is marked price minus selling price. From this definition, you can also calculate discount. To calculate discount percent, you should know what is discount. So discount is what? You can clearly see it would be marked price minus selling price. Because why we are subtracting selling price from marked price? Because we know that marked price was more, and since you are giving discount, your selling price would be less. Suppose you wanted to ask for 1000 rupees, but you are giving it away for 800 rupees only, then obviously you are giving 200 rupees of discount. Now let us talk about what is discount percent. So we have just calculated the formula of discount. So discount percent, as we all know, that is calculated over marked price. So it is nothing but discount whole upon marked price into 100%, right? You can also write it like discount is what? Marked price minus selling price whole upon marked price. Okay, so it would be marked price minus selling price whole upon marked price into 100%, right? So obviously multiply by 100 and add percentage. Okay, so that is the fractional, or you can do like this also, so that it will not create any confusion, right? Okay, so that is the discount percentage. It was very easy. Now what is selling price when discount percent and MP is given? So if you use this formula and you try to calculate SP from this formula, because it is equal to discount percent, then SP, that is selling price, would come out to be marked price into 100 minus. It is similar to what how we calculate the loss basically. Okay, so loss is what? How do we calculate the selling price when we are having a loss, right? So that was what? 100 minus loss percent whole upon 100 into what? Cost price. So here it is, selling price is here also what? Marked price into 100 minus discount percent upon 100. Because see, if you wanted to sell an object at marked price and so you are selling it for less, you are bearing a loss, right? So this formula is exactly similar to loss. Okay, so here change the discount percent to loss percent and mark price to cost price and you will get that formula. Similarly, how to calculate mark price from this particular formula? So you can clearly see we'll cross multiply 100 to SP and this 100 minus discount percent will go in denominator. So mark price from this formula would be 100 into selling price. This denominator 100 would be cross multiplied to SP when we take it to LHS, and this whole numerator would come into denominator. So you can easily calculate all these things from one single formula. So 100 minus discount percent. So that will be mark price. Okay, so we have just calculated discount percent, selling price and mark price. Okay, now let us see if suppose successive discounts are given, then how do we calculate the selling price? For example, first of all you are giving 10% discount, then on that particular price then you are again giving 5% discount. So how do we calculate the total discounts? And it is not that you will add the discount percentage because they are successive. That is, if you give 10% discount on a 100 rupees item, then it would be 90 rupees. Then you again give 5% of that 90 rupees. Okay, so that is the successive discounts. So if successive discounts are given, then how do we calculate the selling price? So first of all, what are the successive discounts? So you can write that if D1%, D2%, D3%, similarly till Dn% are n successive discounts, then selling price is equals to 100 minus D1 upon 100. Okay, this D1 is basically percentage. Okay, D1 percentage into, now if only one discount was there, it would be mark price. Okay, so we would have taken mark price, but since that successive discounts, so the second term would be 100 minus D2% whole upon 100. Similarly, we'll go on till the nth discount, that is 100 minus Dn% whole upon 100 into mark price. Okay, so you can clearly see that if D1, D2, D3, these percentages are in successive discounts, these are the successive discounts given on a product, then the final selling price would be this product into mark price. Okay, you should always learn this formula. This is very important for competition point of view, for Olympiads point of view. Right, now let us try to solve some questions on the basis of these formulas so that we can further strengthen the use of these formulas. Okay, so the question says a motorcycle is sold at rupees 23750 after allowing a certain discount. So that is the selling price, okay, not the marked price. Obviously there is certain discount. If the list price of the motorcycle was 25,000, okay, then find the discount in percentage. Now what is the list price? The mark price only. Okay, so we are talking about mark price only. So we can say we have comma, we know that what is discount. Discount is equals to marked price, or you can say list price over here. Okay, since it is list price, so you can write like that also. Discount is, they are same only, right? So discount is list price minus selling price. Okay, so the bike was listed for 25,000, but it was sold for this, so it was obviously sold for less price, so there must be some discount involved. So it would be list price is rupees 25,000 and selling price is rupees 23750. Okay, so it would be rupees 1250. So this was the discount. So we have just calculated that yes, we gave her 1200 rupees and 1250 rupees discount. Now we have to find out that what is this discount percent. Now you should remember at this moment that discount percent is always calculated on what? Marked price, that is this list price. So direct use of formula will give us the discount percent is equals to what? Discount. Let me write the formula for your reference. Discount percent is discount upon marked price, and you can write list price also over here. Discount upon list price into 100%. Okay, which in this case is 1250 whole upon the list price is what? List price was 25,000 into 100. Okay, and it will give us the percentage. So these two zeros will cancel out from these two, 0 from 0, and the 125 upon 5, 125 upon 25 is 5. So the discount was actually 5%. Okay, so the seller had given a 5% discount on the list price so as to sell the bike for less amount. Okay, so that is the use of this formula. Let us move on to the next question and see how we can use them. The marked price of a woolen coat is 2000. Okay, it is sold at a discount of 15%. The shopkeeper has allowed a further discount of 5% due to off season. Find the selling price of the coat. Now it is a case of what? It is a case of successive discounts, right? So you can clearly see that the coat was first listed for rupees 2000 rupees. Then then the shopkeeper gave a 15% discount. So let us first calculate that price which we got after getting a 15% discount, and then we'll see that if we give further 5% discount on that price, then what will be the final selling price. The question is asking final selling price. Okay, so let us start the question. The marked price is equals to 2000 and first discount is equals to 15% of 2000, that is 15 upon 100 of 2000, which is I think 300 rupees. Okay, so the first discount is 300 rupees. So on a 2000 rupees article you have given a discount of 300 rupees. So what is the marked price, or you can say the reduced marked price for that particular coat? Okay, so reduced marked price of coat after first discount is equals to rupees 2000 minus rupees 300, which is rupees 1700. Okay, so you can clearly see that the reduced marked price of coat after first discount is equals to rupees 1700. Right, now on this 1700 rupees the shopkeeper is allowing a further discount of 5%, okay, due to off season. You can clearly see, right? So the second discount is equals to what? 5% of rupees 1700. Okay, so it would be 5% of rupees 1700. Now we have to calculate this 5% of 1700 and we'll get the final selling price. Okay, so it is 5% of 1700, that is 5 upon 100 into 1700. Cancelling out the zeros, we will get rupees 85. So rupees 85 is the discount given second time. Now this discount has been given on 1700 rupees. So the final selling price would be, so final selling price after second discount is equals to rupees 1700 minus 85, which is rupees 1615. So you can clearly see how these kinds of discounts actually work, right? Let us move on to the next question, and again find the cost price, or sorry, selling price of the article when discounts in series are given as 25%, 10% and 5%. Again, this is a case of successive discounts. So let us calculate the cost over here, right? Now obviously we are not given any mark price over here, so we are supposed to assume the mark price. Okay, let us assume it to be 100 rupees, so it would be easy to understand, and we'll finally see that what will be the single discount percent that had we given on 100 rupees, we would not need these three discounts. Okay, we'll see that after giving these three successive discounts, what is the final effect on the cost, and then we'll see that what is that single discount which can be given and these three discounts can be removed. Okay, one single discount which is equivalent to these three successive discounts. Okay, let the marked price of the article for which we are talking about these things of the article is equals to rupees 100. Okay, so let the cost of article is rupees 100. Now using the successive discount formula, we will see using the successive discount formula, says that selling price is equals to what? 100 minus D1%, that is 25%, whole upon 100, into 100 minus 10%, whole upon 100, into 100 minus 5% upon 100, okay, into mark price, which is in this case rupees 100, right? So if we calculate them, if we cancel them out, if we cancel out the common these products, and then we'll give 75 upon 100, okay, which is basically 3 by 4. Then after cancelling all these things, we will get 90 upon 100 and 95 upon 100 and finally 100. Okay, so if we try to cancel out them, 2 zeros will be cancelled out from here. It would be, if we divide it by 25, it would be 3 upon 4. 1 zero would go over there. Okay, and if we divide by 5, it would be 19. This would be 2, right? So selling price come out to be, this would be 19 into 9 and into 3. So 19 into 27. So 27 into 90 would be 540 minus 27, that is 513, whole upon 4 into 2, that is 8. So the final selling price comes out to be 64.125. Now see, you started with 100 rupees, and after giving three successive discounts, the actual discount which you have given after applying the single discount, you got 64.125. So you can clearly see that what is the discount percent over 100 rupees. You subtract this and you will find net discount is equals to MP minus SP, which is 100 minus 64.125, which is equals to 35.875. Okay, so that is the net discount which we are getting. Now since we are getting this particular discount, it is over 100 rupees, so if you calculate the discount percent, it will be same only. Okay, so comma, the given discount, so comma, the given discount series the given discount series is equivalent to a single discount of what? How many percent? 35.875%. Because we have calculated everything on 100, so it has become easier to calculate the discount percentage. Okay, so this was the question. So you can clearly see how successive discount formula can save you a lot of time, right? So let us move on to the next question. Now the question says that a dealer buys a table listed ₹1,000, so that was the mark price, and gets successive discount of ₹10% and 20%. Okay, he spends 10% of his cost on transport, etc. Okay, at what price should he sell the table to earn a profit of 15%? Okay, so this question involves a lot of things. First of all, let us find out the price at which the dealer has bought the table. Okay, so let us start the question. Now it says that on ₹1,000 thing he got two discounts, 10% and 20%. Okay, so first discount, or you can directly calculate selling price. So first discount is equals to 10%. Okay, of rupees what? 1,000. Okay, that is 10 upon 100 of 1,000, that is ₹100, right? So you can see first discount, that is 10% of 1,000 is ₹100. Okay, so yes, ₹1,000 thing got of ₹900. Now what will be the reduced price of table? So reduced price of table after first discount, because that reduced price will form the new marked price for second discount. Okay, so reduced price of table after first discount is ₹1,000 minus 100, which will be ₹900. Okay, now this 900 would be the mark price for this second discount. Okay, these are successive discounts only. Okay, so we can calculate what will be the second discount. Now second discount is 20% of rupees what? 900, because now it has become the mark price, that is 20 upon 100 of 900, which would be ₹180, right? So ₹180 would be the second discount on 900 rupees. So what is the final cost price to the dealer? Okay, that is the price on which he has actually purchased the table. So final price of table, that is cost price of table to dealer. Cost price of table to the dealer is ₹900 minus 180, which is ₹720. So this 720 is now the final cost price to the dealer. Okay, after getting the discounts, now what dealer does is dealer spends 10% of this cost price on transport, etc. So what is the 10% of 720? Obviously ₹72. Okay, now dealer spends 10% of ₹720. That is how many rupees? That is 10 upon 100 of 720, which is ₹72 on transport. Okay, so dealer spends 10%, that is ₹72 on transport. So we'll find that what is the actual price at which dealer has purchased the table, which will be the cost price plus this transport price. Okay, so dealers, so dealers actual CP, that is cost price, is equals to what? Rupees 720 plus 72, that is rupees 792. Okay, so dealer's actual cost price is equals to rupees 792. Now the dealer wants to, okay, so that was the first part of the question, in which we have spent half of the question in finding that what is the actual cost price to the dealer. Okay, so it is 792 rupees. Now the dealer wants to make a profit of 15%. So profit percent is given, cost price is given, we have to find selling price. So we have the formula, right? If that is why it is important to learn formulas, right? If dealer wants to make a profit, if dealer wants to make a profit of 15% by selling the table, comma, then his selling price is equals to, see, we know we have to calculate selling price, we have cost price, and the gain percentage, that is the profit percentage. So what is the formula? Then selling price equals to 100 plus profit percent, that is 15%, whole upon 100 into cost price, that is rupees 792. Okay, so it would be 115 upon 100 into 792, and after calculating it we will get rupees 910.80. okay, so that will be the required selling price of the dealer. Okay, so the dealer should sell at rupees 910.80 in order to make a 15% profit after doing all of these things, getting these discounts, spending some cost on the table. Okay, still if he sells at rupees 910.80, he will get 15% of the profit. Okay, let us move on to the next question, which actually says a person marks his goods 10% above the cost price. He then sells it by allowing a discount of 10%. So is he in profit or loss? Most of the people do that, right? Whenever you find any discount, whatever, most of the time what happens is they actually increase the cost price and then give discount. Still they are profitable. Okay, so let us find in this case whether they are profitable or not. Okay, if they do not do it correctly, they will be in loss also. So let us see what is the overall profit or loss percentage in this particular question. Okay, so again we have not given any cost price, so we have to assume it, right? So let the CP, let the cost price is equals to rupees X, because it is talking about goods in general. So let us take any article. So let the CP, cost price, equals to rupees X. Then after increasing the price, by 10%, because he is marking the price as 10% above. After increasing the price by 10%, comma, marked price would be what? X plus 10% of X, right? Now clearly it is what? 10% X plus 10% of X, because X was the cost price, but he marks the price 10% above the cost price, so it would be the new mark price. So mark price would come out to be X plus 10% of X, that is 10 by 100 of X, that is what? 1 by 10 of X, so it would be 11X upon 10. Okay, so this is the mark price. Now we have the cost price of the article, we have the mark price. Now what he does is he allows 10% discount on this marked price. Okay, now shopkeeper, or you can say that person, now shopkeeper allows 10% discount on mark price. Okay, so he allows 10% discount on mark price. So let us calculate what is the 10% discount. So his selling price is equals to, now we know the formula. Selling price is what? It is, if you are given mark price discount, so it would be 100 minus discount percent. Okay, so 100 minus discount percent whole upon 100 into mark price. Okay, so mark price was 11x upon 10. So it will be 90 upon 100 into 11x upon 10. Cancelling out these zeros, we will find rupees 99x upon 100. Now you can clearly see that he actually purchased the object at x, which is 100 upon 100x, that is x, and his selling price is 99x upon 100, which is less than x. You can directly see, so he is having a loss. Okay, he is having a loss. Clearly, selling price is what? Selling price is less than cost price, so he has a loss, right? Now what is that loss percentage? Now loss percent is what? Loss upon cost price into 100%. Okay, and how do we calculate loss? It is simple, it is CP minus SP, because CP is greater over here, so it is CP minus SP upon CP into 100%. Okay, so it will be the loss percent. So loss percent is equals to what? The cost price is what? Cost price was rupees X, selling price was 99 X upon 100, and what was the cost price over here? The cost price was again X into 100. Okay, percent. So after calculating it, it will be X upon 100. It will get reciprocal, so it will be 1 upon X into 100%. Cancelling them out, we will get loss percent is equals to 1%. Okay, so even after increasing the price for 10% and then giving discount, he is having a loss of 1%. Okay, so let us move on to a very important topic, which is sales tax or value added tax. Now what happens, sometimes there is sales tax and value added tax also involved when we buy some items. So what is sales tax and what is value added tax? Let us talk about them. So sales tax is a tax which is paid by us when we buy items. Okay, so sales tax is a tax which is paid when we buy some items. Okay, so whenever you buy, you must be paying some sales tax. Now what is sales tax? Sales tax is charged by the government on the sale of an item. Okay, whenever an item is sold, government charges some tax. Shopkeeper takes it from customer and gives it to the government. Okay, shopkeeper what? It actually takes it from the customer and gives it to the government. Okay, we pay tax on every particular item which we buy. You must see some bills of the objects you have bought, and you will see that there is the mentioning of this word tax. Okay, sales tax, that is ST, it is short form is ST. Okay, sales tax is shortened by ST and value added tax by VAT. Okay, so sales tax is always calculated on selling price of an item. And is added to the price of items we purchased. Okay, so basically sales tax is calculated on a selling price. So if you are able to convince the shopkeeper to reduce the selling price, you will also save some tax. Okay, suppose you are buying a phone of 10,000 rupees and the sales tax is suppose 10%. So 1,000 rupees would be your tax, but if you convince the shopkeeper to sell it for 9,500, then 950 rupees will be the tax. Okay, so we'll also save some tax if the shopkeeper reduces the selling price. Okay, so it is added, this sales tax is always added to the final bill, okay, of the items we have purchased. Okay, so we can say, so customer pays the price, customer pays the price of the items and sales tax on it in the bill. Okay, when the shopkeeper prepares the final bill, he actually adds the sales tax to the selling price. Okay, now what is value added tax? Okay, now value added tax is nothing but it is also kind of sales tax which has been included in taxes only. Okay, so that is something similar to the sales tax. So value added tax are also being used nowadays. Okay, but whatever the taxes we are giving on selling price. That is the one thing which we have to note. And the final price the final price of the article to us will be that selling price plus that sales tax or that value added tax. Okay, let me show you with the help of an example that how do we calculate them. So for example, the cost of a chair at a shop was rupees 220. The sales tax charged was 5%. Calculate the bill amount. Now cost of the chair at a shop is 220 rupees. Okay, so it is what the selling price. Okay, so you can clearly see that 5% is calculated on what? 5% will be calculated on this 220 rupees. Okay, so you can see cost of chair is equals to rupees 220. Cost of the chair is rupees 220. Now the sales tax charge is 5% on the cost. Okay, so tax on the price, tax on the cost of chair, what will be the tax? It is 5%, will be 5% of cost, right? That is 5% of 220, that is 5 by 100 of 220. Cancelling them out, we will have rupees 11. We will have rupees 11, right? So 11 rupees will be the sales tax on this particular chair. Okay, so what will be the bill amount? Now you must understand that bill amount is not a new term. It is just the sales tax plus the selling price. Okay, so bill amount is equals to cost of item plus sales tax. Okay, so the cost of item in this case was rupees 220 and the sales tax was rupees 11. So the final bill amount, that is the bill which you will be paying off, would be of rupees 231. Okay, so that was the bill amount. Let us move on to the next question. Now it includes weight. Again, it is the same as sales tax. Okay, so Ram paid rupees 8,400 for a refrigerator including a tax of 12.5%. So this 8,400 actually includes this tax also. Find the price of refrigerator before weight was added. Okay, so let the price of refrigerator before VAT was added be rupees X. Now X rupees was the actual price of the refrigerator. According to question, comma, what is 8,400 rupees? 8,400 rupees is this price including 12% tax on it. On to question, 8,400 rupees is equals to price of refrigerator plus weight, that is value added takes on price of refrigerator. That is what question is saying. Question says that Ram paid rupees 8400, but for what? For the price of refrigerator including weight, that is tax on the refrigerator. So he paid 8400 rupees for price of refrigerator, that is X, plus weight, that is 12.5% of X. So you can very well see that 8400 rupees is equals to X plus 12.5 upon 100 into X. Okay, solving it we will get X plus, it will be 125 upon 1000X is equals to 8400, right? So taking the LCM and solving it, we will get 1125X whole upon 1000 is equals to 8400. If you calculate, this X would be 8400 into 1000 whole upon 1125, which would come out to rupees 7466 approximately, right? If we do the calculation, it will come out to this particular number. So this 7466 rupees was actually the price of the refrigerator. Okay, and you will cross check it, that if you find 12.5% of this price and add into this, you will get 8400 rupees. Okay, so it was that easy to solve this particular question. Okay, I hope you all understand this lecture, in which we have talked about the discounts, the mark price or the list price, and we've also talked about taxes. Okay, so this was all about this lecture. We'll meet in the next lecture. Till then, keep studying. Until then, goodbye.